Give me a lift, give me a lift, border to border, give me a lift, we're leaving, sure gonna be a ride. It's the Hitchhiker's Guide to Brexit, not quite.
Get out of the office, they said, and do some reporting while you're at it, if you must. How do you think Brexit's going?
Out of balance.
Load of?
Balance.
Dreamed of all the magic things I did.
From the Irish border to the Antrim coast to the Lochs of Dumfries. We've been asking people what they think about one of the most divisive issues of modern times.
Who knows? I don't know. I haven't checked the news in the last 5 minutes.
We travelled down the spine of England. We did Christmas in Sheffield. Hello! Breakfasted like champions on the Brexit highway, just so we could ask about the one thing no one wants to talk about. So, dear viewer, if any, we now embark on the last leg, our final destination, Dover. We'll be hitting the M25, crossing the Thames estuary, and then heading down towards the Kent coast. And all humanity is here, on London's orbital motorway, the M25. And we've got a lift. The first drivers to take pity on us are Maxine Beaumont and her daughter Beth from Romford. It's the brave ones like yourself.
Literally, just you, Mum.
What do they make of the increasingly tortuous attempts to delay Article 50 rather than deliver Brexit next week?
Oh no, we definitely need to go ahead with it, but there's no way we could change any of it. It really needs to, just continue now.
I feel like it's just taking forever. It's like all you see, it's all you hear about, like, but you'd never see anything actually being done about it.
It's really, really frustrating. That's the word I'm looking for. Frustrating. What is the point of it? You know, we want out and we want to be heard and not ignored.
The exits to our right take us into the Remain heartland of London. To the left, towards the legions of leavers in Essex and Kent. The M25 has become yet another boundary in Brexit Britain. What about Theresa May's deal? Is there any hope it can pass?
If it does, and she does complete this, hats off to her, I'd be absolutely delighted.
We've bid farewell to Maxine and Beth, and now it's time to reckon with old Father Thames. Yes, we could take the soaring Dartford crossing, but where's the romance in that?
Great. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. All aboard the Tilbury to Gravesend ferry. Captain Kidd, yes, really, skippers his craft across this stretch of water 26 times a day.
A lot of people from Gravesend they go to work in the docks and on the boats, and a lot of the kids come from Tilbury go to school this side. A lot of people work this side as well, so a lot of people do use this ferry.
Famous Thamesmen like Dickens and Joseph Conrad would have known a ferry boat much like this one. This stretch of the Thames estuary will be forever associated with two classics of English literature, Great Expectations and Heart of Darkness. Any connection between those titles and Brexit is of course entirely coincidental. Conrad's Marlowe navigated the Congo, of course. I was trying to get to Dover. It meant penetrating deep up the M20 into a service station. The horror. The horror. Going to Dover, mate? What about a little detour to Dover? You'll kick yourself. No? You really? Okay.
Here we go. Hey, mate.
At last, a ride. And on this last lap, it's Joe, an Iraq war veteran and father of 4, who clocks up a lot of miles in his job in water testing. As we drive, we pass some of the preparations for Operation Brock. You may just be able to make out an extra lane down the middle of the motorway where lorries could be diverted in the event of a backlog in Dover. This whole process has caused quite a lot of bitterness and division in the country.
My impression is that the country is being pulled from pillar to post because there's no
certainty on what we're trying to achieve and what we want to achieve in the forthcoming months or years.
Joe thinks a little courage is required if there's trouble ahead.
People just need to grow a pair, get a backbone and drive it forward.
Even on a quietish day before Brexit, we found a long queue heading into the port. It could all look a lot worse if there are major hold-ups at the Channel ports. And so we reach a familiar landmark after 730 miles on the road. Our trek, which is thought to have given Nigel Farage the idea for his march, has finished earlier than his, but has been slightly less popular. Here we are then, journey's end, at least for now, in the historic town of Dover. Over the centuries, it's been our opening to the continent, but also at times our citadel against it. But seriously though, who would have thought in 2019 we still wouldn't entirely have made up our minds on how we feel about everyone and everything from over there? It's not the end, as a great man once said. It's not even the beginning of the end, but it is perhaps the end of the beginning, or perhaps the beginning of the end of the beginning, or the end of the beginning of the end of the beginning.
So give me a lift, tell me a story, both